Welcome back to AI Serendipity, where tradition meets innovation and we always ask the hard questions. I am Santiago Martin Caravaca, an Italian-Spanish dual qualified tech and IP lawyer, a technologist by curiosity, here to unpack one of the most critical parts of the Suno AI litigation, the prayer for relief and the jury demand. If you are new to legal terminology, the prayer for relief is the plaintiff's wish list. It is where they spell out exactly what they want from the court. Let's dive into the details and why they matter. So, what is the prayer for relief? In every lawsuit, the prayer for relief is where the plaintiffs ask the court to take specific actions or grant certain remedies. Think of it as the closing act of their legal argument, where they connect all the dots and say, here's what we want and here's why we deserve it. In the case against Suno AI, Universal Music, Sony Music, and Warner Music are asking for much more than money. Their request aims to send a strong message about copyright enforcement in the age of artificial intelligence. Let's break it down point by point. A declaration of willful infringement. The first item on the plaintiff's list is a declaration that Suno has willfully infringed the copyrighted sound recordings. Why does this matter? Under Title 17, Section 504, Subsection C, a finding of willful infringement unlocks enhanced statutory damages up to $150,000 per infringed work. This is a significant escalation from the standard range of damages for non-willful infringement, which starts as low as $750 per work. The plaintiffs are not just accusing Suno of infringing their copyrights. They are arguing that Suno did so knowingly, making this an egregious violation of the rights. This declaration is critical because it shapes the severity of the court's response. Now, let's see the injunctive relief. The plaintiffs seek injunctive relief, asking the court to stop Suno from using their works. This includes both a preliminary injunction, temporary relief while the case is ongoing, and a permanent injunction if the plaintiffs win. Under Section 502 of Title 17, courts have the authority to issue injunctions to prevent ongoing or future infringement. Here is what the plaintiffs are asking for: a legal order requiring Suno and everyone associated with it, officers, employees, agents, and even collaborators, to cease all infringing activities. A provision on causing, aiding, enabling, facilitating, encouraging, or otherwise contributing to infringement. This request goes beyond simply halting Suno's direct use of their copyright works. It is also targets any facilitation of third-party infringement. Monetary damages. The plaintiffs are asking for financial compensation, and they left themselves two pathways to recovery: statutory damages, predetermined amounts set by law, which could reach the maximum of $150,000 per work if willfulness is proven. Actual damages and profits. This option allows the plaintiffs to claim the actual losses they've suffered plus any profits Suno made from the infringement. Under Section 504, subsection B, this alternative requires the plaintiff to demonstrate the financial harm they've experienced and the revenue Suno gained through unauthorized use of their works. With potentially thousands of works involved, the financial stakes are enormous. The attorney's fees and costs. The plaintiffs also want Suno to cover their litigation costs, including attorney's fees. Under Section 505 of Title 17, courts can award these costs to the prevailing party as part of the judgment. Why is this important? Litigation, especially of this scale, is very expensive. Covering these costs is a way to level the playing field and ensure that plaintiffs aren't discouraged from pursuing justice due to financial burdens. Interest on monetary awards. Here's a detail that it is easy to overlook but crucial. The plaintiffs are asking for pre-judgment and post-judgment interest. What does this mean? Essentially, they want the court to add interest to any damages awarded, starting from the time the harm occurred until the judgment is fully paid. Finally, the plaintiffs include a catch-all provision asking for any additional remedies the court may deem fair and necessary. This is standard in most lawsuits, but it is particularly relevant here because it gives the court flexibility to adapt its ruling based on the complexity and evolving nature of the case. It ensures that the plaintiffs aren't boxed into a narrow set of remedies. Now the jury demand. Let's turn to a strategic element of the case, the jury demand. The plaintiffs have requested a trial by jury rather than leaving the decision solely to a judge. Why? Juries often bring a different perspective. Judges focus on legal technicalities. Jurors, everyday people, might be more sympathetic to the creative process, music, and more likely to view unauthorized use as a violation of artistic integrity. This could save not only the argument presented in court, but also the outcome of the case. In summary, the prayer for relief in the Suno AI case isn't just about monetary compensation. It is about setting boundaries for how AI interacts with creative works and redefining what it means to protect intellectual property in the digital age. From declarations of willfulness to broad injunctions and financial penalties, the plaintiffs are making a bold statement about the future of copyright enforcement. And the jury, their role could be pivotal. How they interpret the evidence could set a precedent for years to come. Today, we've dissected the prayer for relief and jury demand in the Suno AI case, uncovering the meticulous legal framework that plaintiffs like Universal, Sony, and Warner are using to protect their creative assets. If this episode sparked your curiosity or left you with questions, don't just listen, subscribe, and stay with us here at AI Serendipity. In our next episode, we'll turn our focus to Suno AI's counter-arguments and defenses. Until then, keep questioning, keep challenging, and remember, innovation is inevitable, but how we embrace it defines who we are. See you next time.